Well, hello, should I say, Santa Jean?
Yes, hello. How are you doing?
I'm good. Jean Hopwood, welcome to the Red Couch Talk. It's a great honor to have you on this podcast, video cast. And you know what's funny? I I checked when we actually got to know each other on emails, and there's a lot of embarrassing emails that I had to apologize to you about some things, that maybe did not go so well on our blog in the past. But
Oh,
I promise we have it all under control now.
oh, okay.
It's
That's
all
fine.
managed.
Yeah. I've looked at your blog. It's really good.
So we
So
have been in touch for 7 years
that
already. Did you know
that's
that?
I wasn't sure. I know it's been a while, but I wasn't sure it was 7 years. Sometimes time goes by so quickly. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
In my estimate, it was like 3 years ago, but then I
yeah.
went back and I was surprised, how long it's been that we've been in touch. And your blog posts, they are read all over the world. People are very interested in the German language, it seems.
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful language. I took like a year, like 2 semesters of German. I really wish I could take more, and I want to practice with people, but usually the people Germans speak pretty good English, so it's kind of hard to It's kind of hard to practice, but yeah, it's such a beautiful language. And I actually listen to some music.
Hmm.
There's a song I like called Zudir. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know her name. I forgot her name. Do you know that? It's a very
Hmm.
famous song. Well, yeah. And like Xavier Naidoo, he's
Hmm.
pretty cool. So yeah,
Hmm.
I love German music.
Awesome. And we have a whole Red Couch talk in German with my coach educator, Dr. Eva Kienast. In case you want to practice your German, I can recommend that talk.
Yeah.
So it was just promoted today on various media. Jean, I mean, I not only admire you for your 7 or 8 different languages that you speak, but also you have been an entrepreneur for almost 20 years. So why
Mhm.
do you do what you do?
I absolutely love it. I love it. The reason has kind of changed a little bit though. As you're an entrepreneur, you kind of like find different things that you love. And as I've gotten older and I've done this, I've actually found different things I love. I originally started it because I love languages
Yeah.
and I want to feel useful. And languages has always made me feel useful. From when I was really young, I I learned Spanish at a very young age. So I would start I would help my friends communicate with each other. I lived in a neighborhood with a lot of Mexicans, and there were some people from Puerto Rico. And I started learning when I was 7 or 8. So by the time I was 9 or 10, I was pretty good at Spanish.
Hmm.
And I would help people communicate, and I kind of got known as the person who speaks Spanish. And so I was like, well, let me learn French and a couple more languages. And it made me feel good. It made me feel special and important that I was the person that was known like that. It made me feel like I could help other people. But
Uh-huh.
then later on, as I'm growing the company, I'm still learning languages. Like I'm learning Chinese and I'm learning Japanese right now. And I'm still learning languages, but I find passion for helping people as well. I
Yeah.
like to, you know, I like to make the harmonious workplace where people can work and be happy. And I love languages, but I feel just as much pleasure as whenever I see somebody who is able to buy a new house or, some of my employees who get married or have a kid. Those are the
Hmm.
type of things that make me happy as well. Yeah. So, yeah, I
Amazing.
got into it for languages, but I love the people as well. And I think it's all interconnected because I love people. That's why I love languages.
Yeah, so maybe there's a career in global mobility coaching in
Yeah,
for
I would
you
love
too.
to.
Yeah,
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 with your organization, I would love to do
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure we're going to find more ways to work together in the future.
I would
You
love
also
to.
learned Arabic, I saw, and French at
Yes.
university. Yeah.
Yes, I actually was trying to figure out where would I study French and Arabic, and I was
Uh-huh.
thinking two places, Lebanon or Morocco.
Yeah.
And I guess both of those countries speak French and Arabic.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, Lebanon is a little bit too far because I want to go to Spain as well. So I created a plan with my advisor at school to go to Morocco
Uh-huh.
and practice French and Arabic. So I took intensive Arabic classes there. And I already had spoken a little bit of pretty good French by the time I got there. And so I was able to communicate in both. But the Arabic they speak there is a dialect,
I know.
Maghribi or
Yeah,
Darija
yeah, yeah.
Maghribi. So it's not the standard Fusha, but they I learned Fusha too, but it was just a great experience. And I love dialects too. I love, when I'm learning Mandarin, I like to learn. I mean, people say it's not a dialect, but Cantonese or Fujianese
Uh-huh.
or these other languages. But I mean, dialects are beautiful too. I hope they all stay alive. Yeah,
Mm.
but I love
Yeah.
languages in general. Yeah, and the
We have a
Arabic
lot
was
of we
good.
have a lot of dialects in Switzerland. Swiss German has many different dialects, and
Yeah.
it's one of the reasons why the Swiss say they can't standardize the language because
Okay.
there are so many differences. Like even the like I live in Zurich, but even Basel has already a very different dialect. So, and they say we cannot identify that one standard.
Yeah.
So, the written language, it has come up more, I would say. I've moved here 16 years ago, and the written language has become a bit more prominent through WhatsApp communication, also in advertising. They're using Swiss German now. And you see it in job postings now as well, which
Yeah.
was never the case in 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's still not an official language, it's still a dialect of German.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
it's very different.
Yeah, I don't know Swiss German at all, so I wouldn't even know how to tell the difference.
Well, it sounds
But
like Arabic. It has a ha.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
they say
All right.
"Chuchi hashli." Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
My
well,
my ex-husband is from Tunisia, and when we came to Switzerland the first time, he was like, "They sound like Arabs." I said, "Yes,
oh.
it's true."
Yeah. That is interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of friends from Tunisia in college, but yeah, it's kind of like that Tunisian, Algerian, and Moroccan Arabic is pretty similar. So they have that strong kh sound.
So
Yeah.
you said one of your inner drivers is to help people
Hmm.
and build bridges. That's how you started as a kid, and
Yeah.
got into the language business. And how was your journey, from that kid to where you are today, successful entrepreneur with companies in how many cities? I don't even know.
I think
Like,
it's
how
20.
big is your company?
Oh, well, we have 26 offices
Wow.
and yeah, well, I think about 18 of them are in the United States, and
Uh-huh.
then 8 of them are outside the United States. We have them in the major cities in the United States, and then we have offices in New Delhi and uh, Tokyo, Japan, Shanghai, China, and London, and a few other places. So yeah, I can give all of it. I think I remember all of them. But yeah, we have offices all around the world, and I got into that by, just, continuing to grow and just continuing to try to help people. And, it does get difficult sometimes. There's a lot of challenges, with, trying to grow the company, trying to always adapt to changes and, but just continuing to try to help other people and maintain professionalism as much as I can. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
and I think that's what I've always tried to do.
What I love about your approach, and I saw that again in, like now we're updating some of the blog posts, but also, in how you advertise your jobs on LinkedIn, because you always seem to be looking for project managers at the moment,
Yeah.
that you insist on not using AI in the process, in the translation process. Can you talk a bit about that?
Well, yeah, we do what the clients want,
Hmm.
We use AI sometimes,
Hmm.
but what we do is we do try to insist on not using AI because that seems to be a lot of what our clients want. They
Hmm.
want human translation. They want it to be done
Hmm.
correctly and accurately. But so yeah, we've been doing that, for a while. We do professional translations, we do book translations, stuff for hospitals. We just recently got ISO certified, so we make sure we do everything the correct way. So yeah, we do what the clients want. If we do if they need, we do a human and AI hybrid process, but I do believe in the power of humans and everything that they're able to do. So yeah, for a lot of for a lot of that work, we insist on it being done by a human because those things are, they take the time, they take the time to make things right and perfect for the client. And for 19 years in business, we've always taken the care to make sure everything is perfect for them. And you can see in our reviews, we have, 99% good reviews on all of the websites, like Google or Trustpilot and stuff like that. So we always try to make things, human as possible.
And do you also work for global mobility managers for immigration and certifying documents and these type of topics? Because we have
Definitely,
a lot
that's
of viewers from the global mobility industry here.
definitely. And that's interesting because as an American company, we have been doing certified translations for America for the whole time.
Mhm.
I actually have this process. Let me see if I have my stamps.
You
I
have
have
a
it.
stamp,
Yeah, I have my
like a
stamps right
notary?
here. I have this
Awesome.
one here. We stamp it,
Uh-huh.
we emboss it, and it's a raised embossed seal. It has all our information on there, ATA
Ah.
number. And then we
Oh.
have this stamp here where
Uh-huh.
we have two stamps on it. It's very official, the things that we do. And the global mobility is interesting because I always considered myself like a citizen of the world.
Mhm.
We're based in America, and I've worked hard on convincing my employees that you have to if you have someone in India, you would talk to them in the terms of their own country and in the number in the currency of their own country. So that would be rupees. If you're in Japan, you would do it in yen. In China, it would be yuan. So in Europe, it would be euros. And you still use Swiss francs, right?
We do.
Yes. So
In Liechtenstein, they use francs too.
who does? Liechtenstein?
Yeah, I mean, do you know there's a country called Liechtenstein? It's
Yeah, I know
very
Liechtenstein.
small. It's tiny.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, very small country. There's a there's another really small one too, right next to it, right?
Luxembourg.
Luxembourg, yeah.
It's not the
Luxembourg and
same.
Liechtenstein.
Yeah.
Not the same.
But the
Yeah,
franc is
so
used in Switzerland and in Liechtenstein. Yeah.
but not Luxembourg.
No, they have
Do they
euros.
use euros?
Yes.
Okay. So we always try to, tell people, talk to people in their terms and their
Yeah.
currency.
Yeah.
And now with the global mobility, like you're speaking of, we are actually doing certified translations in Japan for Japan. People
Yeah.
want to move to Japan,
Yeah.
and we are certified in Japan, and so we're able to like sign those documents and get everything certified in Japan. And then we can do the same thing for Spanish and in French. In France, you have the traducteur assermenté, and that is like the official, translation for France. So we
Mhm.
can actually assist in that global mobility, and we can, and then in England they have Home Office.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so we understand all the certifying bodies in every
Yeah.
country in order to help people who want to move to anywhere.
Yeah. That's good to know. Do you also accept private clients or do you
Ye-
only work with corporates?
Well, we work B2B, B2C. We work with private clients all the
Hmm.
time.
Hmm.
That's about, 40% of our clients
Hmm.
are private clients.
Hmm.
People, we work with corporations, but we also work with people who are wanting to, there's so many things. There's marriage
Yeah.
licenses,
Yeah.
there's birth certificates, there's college transcripts. We do the small things as well as the big things.
Yeah, yeah, that's really good to know for us as well, because
Yeah.
we shifted from. I mean, we used to when I started the business, we worked mainly for companies, and
Hmm.
like, and then we are shifting now more and more to private clients, uh,
Yeah.
not only in coaching but also with other topics. And immigration will be a part of what people will need as a support.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good for us to also know, these like providers that offer boutique services.
Yeah.
I consider
And
us also a boutique, but like these kind of boutique things where, oh my God, I moved from Pakistan to Switzerland and then I moved to the UK and now I need to get a birth certificate or a criminal record certificate from that country. That kind of specialized stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and it changes with each country, with the
Yeah,
immigration policies and stuff like that.
yeah.
So we just do every country, Anybody who wants our services, we do it. So if you're going from Pakistan to Switzerland, or if you're going from Switzerland to, Nigeria, or if you're going from Bhutan
Hmm.
to, China, wherever you go,
Yeah,
we want to help with that mobility. We want to
yeah,
help people officially and legally go to wherever they want to go.
yeah. Very, very good. Good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
And
we're doing a lot in Japan right now. Sorry.
considering that you're Santa today, so
Yeah, I
what
am.
would you tell all the good boys and girls out there? If you had a meeting with a younger version of yourself, what kind of advice would you give to them?
Oh, I would say adapt, be more adaptive,
Uh-huh.
always be adjusting, and be ready and be prepared. Um, Once you start thinking that, you have everything and you've figured everything out, I remember I told myself, like, I started the company when I was 27, and when I was like 30 or 32, I was like, oh yeah, I figured it all out. Life is easy, And then, I said, and then I realized, no, you have to continue. You have to continue trying, continue adapting, and continue making efforts. So when I started the company, I would spend every night like writing employee manuals, writing HR manuals, writing policies and everything like that. And those policies kept us through for a really long time.
Hmm.
And then as our company grow, I was like, well, let's just keep using those same policies.
Hmm.
And it didn't work. And so
Hmm.
I had to realize every year I had to keep updating everything. I had to keep adjusting the way I talk,
Yeah.
adjusting the way I behave, even my role as the CEO. I used to, handle all the, translations. I used to handle the phone calls. And then I realized, well, I can't be that person anymore. So the best advice I can give to someone who's starting in translation or starting in localization or just starting a business is that you have to continue to adapt all the time. And isn't the work can get a little bit easier, but you always have to you have to stay plugged in every day to what you're doing. Even
Yeah.
if you have to stay plugged into your industry and
Yeah.
how it changes. You
Yeah.
have to stay plugged into the world in order to continue to grow. You can never, you can take a vacation, but you can't just clock out. You have to always be engaged. So that's
I
that's
am
what I would
trying
do.
the clocking out, but I told my clients how they can reach me.
Okay. Yeah.
But then, we're in Europe. Here it is more acceptable to say, I'm going to be on vacation for 3 weeks.
Yeah, in America, I don't know. I think they'll just keep calling you while you're on
Yeah.
vacation.
And also, I haven't done it before, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
That it's really something I'm trying now for the first time, that
Oh
I'm
my gosh. How long
three
has it
weeks
been?
off.
Oh, how long has it
Yeah.
been since you've had a break like that?
I mean, like I've had breaks, but I usually, always was available and worked, and
Yeah.
we will see. We will see.
It's
There's
hard.
also a bit of automation happening now. Like, the out of office has like 500 things where people can check for info and check
Yeah.
YouTube, and
Yeah.
which, we also didn't have in the past, where,
Yeah.
like there was not this kind of self-service.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's another thing that I found really interesting, and I wanted to ask you about it.
Okay.
It's about your grandma. You mentioned
Okay.
somewhere in your bio, you mentioned that you named the business after your grandma.
But after my grandparents, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
My
were called Day with the last name, or?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, so tell us
My
about that.
My grandma was Marjorie Ethel Day,
Uh-huh.
and my grandfather was Francis Joseph Day. That was their last name. That's why I call it Day translations.
Uh-huh.
Um, I loved them both. They were amazing. My grandfather was so. I had a picture of them dancing together in my office. But I loved them so much. My grandfather was an amazing man, and he loved his wife so much, and he taught me so much. He first of all, he sent me to space camp when I was little. Uh, I learned how to fly a space shuttle. He sent me to aviation camp. I learned how to fly a jet. It was a
Uh-huh.
simulator, but I learned, and so and then my grandmother she was very gentle and nice, and they were just so kind to each other all the time. So he was always kind to people, and that was really nice. And um he was so he didn't speak a lot of languages. My father did. My father was from Lithuania. He spoke a lot of languages.
Yeah.
But my grandfather, Francis Joseph Day, he didn't speak a lot of languages, but the way he communicated was amazing. I remember when I was really little, we loved Cracker Barrel. We would always go to Cracker Barrel. And one time, me and my grandfather went to I spent a lot of time with my grandfather. And when me and my grandfather, we went to Cracker Barrel, and there were these two older ladies that were coming in behind him. And he opened the door and he said, "Girls, go on in." And I was just like, you were so swift. You made their day by calling them girls. He knew how to talk to people. The way he communicated and made people feel better. Just he always wanted to make people feel better. They were probably, 70 or 80 years old and he called them girls. And, he knew how to adapt. Obviously, you don't say that to everybody, but he was an amazing person. And so I named the company after him and my grandmother. They're both, the same last name. Um, but I named the company after him because I always wanted to honor him and try to be like him every day. Even today, I try to talk to him, I pray, but I always try to, remember, okay, what would he do? So it's a good influence. Some people can continue influencing you after they're gone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
he does. And the name is there.
My grandmother, on my mom's side, she turned 100 years old, and
Really?
she
Okay.
was so wise, and so
Yeah.
loving. And
Yeah.
I do remember her a lot. I do think of her a lot.
Yeah.
But like they never leave you, these people. They're always
Hmm.
around me and there. And I
Yeah.
think that's really, when you think about it, it's kind of magical.
Yeah.
These, yeah,
Yeah. It is. It is. It's great. Yeah. People don't ever leave. There's always their memory or their energy or something is there, especially those good people. So,
yeah,
yeah.
excellent. And
Yeah.
we have talked a bit about building bridges, and we have talked a bit about helping people, our ancestry, our stories. And what about how did you build your business? Do you network a lot? I see you on LinkedIn quite a bit now.
Yeah.
Do you actively develop the business? How do you go about it? You mentioned Japan. What do you do?
Well, that's a great question. I feel like I have some strengths and I have some weaknesses, and I'm trying to always, turn my weaknesses into strengths. But when I started the business, I used to go to meetings with people and I would not get much done. I would always be like, okay, I talk to somebody, I shake someone's hand, and I felt like it was exhausting. And so I started doing a lot of online marketing, but that's way too insular. You're just sitting there
Mhm.
in your computer doing SEO, marketing, writing, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so but I would get so much results from it. I would do my marketing and all my stuff, on LinkedIn or just doing all that online. And then I realized that it became a weak point for me, the in-person communication and the in-person dealings and meeting people and shaking their hands. So I started going to more conferences. And so I try to I get more of a balance.
Mhm.
The SEO is good and it helps you, grow your company. Online marketing is good, but like a lot of the larger power and a lot of the larger influence in this world comes from in-person meetings. And so I've more and more turned that weakness into a strength. And so yeah, we for example in Japan, we got an office in Japan. We have people speaking Japanese at our company. We
Mhm.
got certified in Japan, and we're getting a lot of clients. We get like 10 to 15 clients per day from Japan,
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
alone.
Mhm.
And I just it's a great country with amazing industry, and a high demand for translation when it comes to, you got Honda, Toyota, you got Kawasaki, Hitachi, Suzuki, everything is just, it's an important place. And a lot of people want to go there. A lot of people like it. But I try to do that I want to do that for everywhere. Like I want to do that for, uh, China. I want to do that for all of Europe. but it's a big world, so I take it one country at a time.
Mhm.
But yeah, we've done a lot of marketing. I've done some in-person marketing. I love to go to at least 2 or 3 conferences per year. They had the AWS conference 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I didn't go to it. I think it was in Las Vegas.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'll be going to the CES this year. It's always at the beginning of next year. I mean, this coming year.
Mhm.
It's always in Las Vegas at the beginning of the year. I've never been to Las Vegas, so my it's not my cup of tea, but I would like to go. I'm really like I like nature, but I think there's a lot of nature to go see there. But I try to choose places for conferences, but also cities that I would like to go visit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I will
that's a
be
good
going to Las
idea.
Vegas yeah,
Yeah.
I will go to Las Vegas for the first time in the beginning in January next year. But yeah,
Okay.
conferences.
Sounds good.
Maybe I answered the question too long.
No, 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 it's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, I know I did something similar. Yeah, a few weeks ago, I went to Eastern Germany for two conferences. So,
Okay.
because it was just by coincidence, they were happening in the same area at almost the same time. And I
Yeah.
used it as an excuse to do also a bit of sightseeing because I have not really been to Eastern Germany other than Berlin. And you have this article on the thinkers and the writers and the thinkers.
Yeah.
And German was my major subject in high school. So there's these things, that I love to read as a kid, as a teenager. And I went to some of the places, these cities are famous for. And
Yeah.
it was like a study excursion. I really enjoyed it. I also had a friend show me around in Erfurt, which is a really like old German, beautiful town. Is so well renovated and so beautiful. I had no idea, like I really had literally no idea, even though I am German, which is a bit
Yeah.
embarrassing. But I met this guy at a birthday in Poland in April. And
Hmm.
he's a friend of a friend. And then I said, look, I think there's a conference in your area. And I originally wanted to apply to a conference in Portland, Oregon, but I was a bit scared
Yeah.
because of what's happening in the US.
Yeah.
Long story. I didn't go, I didn't apply to the US conference. Then I applied to the German conference. And then, we did the sightseeing as well. So I really think sometimes you need to, at a certain stage, you need to also enjoy your business a bit and not just
Yeah.
work 60-hour weeks, but also do
Definitely.
things, that combine work and pleasure. Let's put it this
Oh,
way. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, because I went to Toronto
Uh-huh.
a couple of years ago and I went there for a conference. That was nice. I went to Boston. I do like to explore America. I like to explore. There's a lot to see here.
Or you have a
But
passport, I hope.
I do. I've been to 7 countries.
Just kidding.
Um, yeah, I would like to go to more. I want to go to. I'd love to go to China. And I
Yeah.
would like. There's a lot of places I want to go to.
Yeah.
I want to go to a lot of places a lot of people don't want to go to. I want to go to Iraq.
China is on my wish list for 2026.
Yeah.
But I'm not
But
sure if it's going to happen. I have this idea of a project, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Yeah.
yeah, I would love to too. And I have German here. I have all these languages that I learned. And I have Chinese here. I've been
Uh-huh.
studying Chinese for 4 years. I think if I go there, I can get by.
Yeah.
I can get by. But yeah. I love languages. And
Awesome.
I've been studying it online and in person for 4 years.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm hoping to one day go there.
Well, good luck. I hope it works
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And tell us, final question, Santa,
Okay.
what's on your wish list now? What's on your wish list for 2026? What's coming up?
Well, number one is harmony in the world, and
Yeah.
and harmony and for my company and myself. Just harmony as well. Continue to create harmony within my company that where people can get along and that everything is run like German engineering. You know, like I want everything to run well, like a Swiss watch. You know,
Oh,
I want everything to be running well, and we so that we continue to grow and get clients, and we have a place that the people are proud to work at
Yeah.
and proud to be, and everyone can get along. So that's what I want, and to continue to get bigger clients. Um, we're growing a lot in the medical industry, so I also want
Okay.
to get a lot of clients in larger hospitals where we can provide them with interpreting services, stuff like
Uh-huh.
that. And so that's one division that's growing a lot within the country, but also within my own company, you know. So definitely that's something I
All
want to do.
sounds amazing.
Hmm.
And I think, we might need to do a follow-up in a year or so because there's also the question about, how do you run your global team? It's a topic I'm so interested in. I don't know if you know, I wrote a book called The Global Rockstar Album about, how to build a global team. And it's one of my programs. It's actually called The Global Rockstars. But
Okay.
I'm afraid we ran out of time. So maybe we need to just set up another episode with you next year.
Yeah, I can do as many as you want, and I can be a Santa again or
Yeah,
whatever you want.
please.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy to do it.
So
I love
go,
Christmas.
shall we sing a Christmas song?
Oh, yeah, whatever you want to sing. I don't have a good voice, but I'm happy to do it.
So which is your favorite?
Well, I like Last Christmas by Wham from George Michael. You know it?
Sure, everybody knows that song.
Okay. Because
Shall we
I
sing
don't have a
it?
good voice, huh?
Oh, you know what I
Last
was thinking
Christmas,
about?
I gave you my
My
heart,
heart, but
and
the
the
very
very next
next
day,
day
you
you
gave
gave
it
it
away.
away.
This
This
year,
year,
to save me
instead
from
of
tears, I
tears,
give
I
it to
give it to
some.
someone special.
Okay, you don't know it.
I know the song.
Okay, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
I
I
was
think
thinking about O Tannenbaum. But anyway,
I've heard that one. All I know is
next
O
time.
Tannenbaum. Okay, you can sing it if you want.
Should I?
I don't
Okay,
know.
just for you, okay?
Okay.
Because you like German. I will
Yeah,
sing it for you, okay?
yes. Ich liebe
So,
Deutsche.
Santa Claus, Santa Jean.
Ich liebe.
O Tannenbaum, wie grün sind deine Blätter. O Tannenbaum, o
O Tannenbaum.
Tannenbaum, wie grün sind deine Blätter. Du grünst nicht nur. Sorry,
Sehr schon, sehr gut.
can't do this without, like I need a piano in the background or something.
Okay.
But next time. It was great talking
Okay.
to you, Jean. Happy holidays. Thanks for making
Okay.
the time. And I'm sure we speak again in the new year.
All right. Yes. Thank you too. And thank you for interviewing me. I like to do these.
Amazing. Have a great
Okay.
day.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.